So, how do you reduce stress, or should I say, the tension from stress? Would you like to know a couple of quick, easy ways to release that tension and let the stress go? So before I answer that, let me read you a quote. So I was reading one of the secret books from Russell Brunson. Shh, it's okay. I think it's okay if I share it. Anyway, in it he gives a quote from Eric Hoffer out of the book The True Believer. And so this is interesting. I want you to hear this. Fear of the future causes us to lean against and cling to the present, while faith in the future renders us perceptive to change. So, what does that mean? You're holding tension because you're afraid of, or you're worrying about the future. And sometimes, crazy enough, we're worried that it's going to be stressful. We went through a lot of stress and you hold on to it, and it's the holding of the tension that brings fatigue, or it's the holding of the tension that actually brings the pain. Our stress response raises everything. Our circulation is faster, our heart rate is faster, we're ready to move and do all that. And then when the event goes, we need to release it. So, before I go into a few things you can do, ask yourself, what are you afraid of? And so that's the fear-based future. And then the faith-based future. Do you want a life where you feel a lot of joy and peace and connection? So those are the two. Fear-based, and you're holding on to the present, or the tension that or the stress that just passed, and you build up tension, which tires us. Just holding everything all the time tires us, and also can cause a lot of pain, which can also cause fatigue. So think about that. And if you're ready to let go of the tension and the pain, then here's a couple of quick steps. So first, you want to get into a relaxed state, because we're going to do some stretching, and you don't want to stretch when it's tight. It's kind of like pulling both ends of a rubber band. Yeah, you'll stretch it, but you're just going to cause more tension. So first thing is breathing. So as we breathe in, then hold and breathe out. Just a few deep breaths. And out. One more time, in and out. So you'll take a few more breaths. Now though, notice your body. Notice where you're sitting. Notice what's in contact with your body, your back, your legs, your feet if they're on the floor. Just notice. And then notice, are there any areas that are tighter than others, have more tension, or possibly more pain? Do any areas feel a little weak? Are you a little slouched over instead of sitting up taller? Just notice. And then notice where you're relaxed. And just breathe through that area and notice. And breathing out. As you breathe and you notice that, let that feeling of relaxation just carry through the rest of your body. Then notice if there's a place that has maybe some tension or some pain. Maybe it's an area not as much mobility. Tension and pain does that. So in that area, just imagine again that relaxing feeling, and just breathe by simply doing that, we start where as we are going to release tension, we're not fighting it, we're not thinking worry thoughts, we're not thinking more stress and tension, we're thinking it would be nice to be relaxed. So second, you want to find the area that is tense, and there's two things. One is you find what we call trigger points. They're tight. So the trigger point is the place where the muscle has been restricted in order to protect. So I have some times where I will go through different areas and show you trigger points. In fact, you can get a little tool. It's called a Theracane. It's just got little nubs on it, and I do show how you can access different trigger points and what to do. But even without doing that, we can still relax, and we do it by dynamic tension. So if you are trying to relax your shoulder, then you actually bring it in, so you contract and you hold. And if you have somebody that can push against it, that's good, but you don't have to. You can do your own, and you hold for just a few seconds, breathing through it. And then relax. So you do that again, and you do that a few times. You actually contract, squeeze it in, and then breathe through it. Do that a few times, and then that area now you can stretch. And first we just stretched by extending, a simple extension. So you extend, you hold it for just a little bit, breathing, and then relax. And then you extend again, and this time just a little bit more lengthening. So we're not like doing any pulling, no hard stretches, and then relax. And then finally, with the stretching, you would take that same place and actually it's like a gliding motion, relax it, and then just squeeze when you're done. So that just relaxes. So that was just the shoulder. So that just relaxes it. And you do your shoulders, you do your neck, you do your legs, your feet, and you just go through and again tighten them up, contract, squeeze, relax. You do that with breathing through, squeeze, breathing through, then relax, and then just extending the leg, extending the arm, extending the neck, extending the back, and you just hold it for a little bit and relax. And then you go a little bit further, you extend and gently elongate. You might call it stretch, but it's really more of just a little bit more lengthening and elongating, and then relax. And then finally, a very gentle, like gliding, gentle pulling, and just across, and then you finish with squeezing. So that releases that tension. It also signals to the body that whatever you were getting ready for is finished, and you let it go. So you do a couple of breaths, you do that, and then just do some quick little whole body movements. It can be a bending over, anything like that, where you're just getting the blood flowing through. So this is 3 steps for physical release of the tension. First, breathe. Second, squeeze as you breathe through a few times and relax. Then gently extend, hold, breathing through, relax, and finally you go through and you need the other side, your arm, and you just do a gliding, gentle pulling all the way down and squeeze. So then you just move a bit, walk, bending over, touching all the way up, touching your toes, anything like that. Just some nice big movement to get the blood flowing. And when you finish that, check and see how you feel. Do you still feel as stressed? Do you feel more relaxed? So the next step, or the next series that you would do, covered in a different time, would be actually now, how about calming down the thoughts, if that's what's holding you and you're thinking about things and stress. But that's for another time. So I hope this helped. Try it out. Let me know. Comment below if you try it out and if it made you feel more relaxed. And if you like these, subscribe and let me know, and follow, because I will have more information on how to release. Okay, so at the beginning, I asked a question, and so now that you're more relaxed, I'm going to ask it again. So one was fear-based. Are you going to hang on to that tension? Are you going to worry that you're going to get stressed again and you won't know what to do? Or are you ready to let that go? So if you're ready to let that go, the question is, do you want to feel more peace and joy and connection? That is the path, the faith-based future. And let go of all that fear and the tension and hanging on to the present. Okay, so until next time, this is Teresa saying bye.